If you have multiple admission offers from different universities, which is oftentimes the case, don't just pick any university, any offer. This is perhaps the most important decision of your life. Your whole future career, future life depends upon it. That being said, this decision making deserves its adequate time and research. Make sure you do justice with it, or should I say, with yourself. In this video, I'll talk about how to pick the best school for yourself. But before I start, I would really appreciate if you click on that subscribe button. That would really mean a lot to me. Thank you. I just want to let you guys know that this is kind of sequel to the video that I uploaded last year about how to shortlist universities before you even start application process. Some of the ideas and research discussed in that video will be helpful in this step of the whole application process. So keep the following point in mind while making your decision. Oftentimes students receive the admission offer from different universities where they like the curriculum in one university but not the location. They like the weather in one university but say it's very expensive. They get confused. What should they do? Well, in this video, I'll give you 8 factors that you can consider while making the decision. First 3 factors are kind of primary factors and carry the highest weightage. The next 2 factors are the secondary factors and carries the less weightage than the primary factors. And the last 3 factors are the supplementary factors and carry the least weightage. So let's begin. The first primary factor is the interest in the program. Many times students apply to different universities, different programs, and sometimes they get accepted to a program which was not even their first choice of program. Let me give you an example. If someone applies to MS Chemistry and MS Biochemistry at the same time and gets admitted for both the programs in different universities, both of these programs are very similar and have a very good overlap of the courses. But if it is not your first choice of program, it's not your first choice of program. And you should not be spending next 2, 3, 4, 5 years of your life pursuing that program. Even if the university ranking of this program is better than your first choice program university. Few more examples of this are like physics versus nuclear physics or particle physics, MS data science versus data analytics, MS finance versus MS financial management, MBA versus MIS, and so on. The next primary factor is the structure of the program or the curriculum. Look carefully how the program is designed. Don't just go by the name of the program. Different universities, colleges design their program differently based on their resources, their infrastructure, and their faculty expertise. The same MS data science program might have completely different focus in 2 different universities, although the name is similar. Look carefully the coursework they offer, the project opportunities they offer, whether or not the co-op or internship is a part of the curriculum. What different track or specializations within the program are being offered to the students? How many electives you are being offered to choose from? What is the overall duration of the program? The total credit requirement, and see if that fits into your expectations. All this information will be easily available on the school website. Make sure you understand it and most importantly, you like it. This will play a very crucial role in shaping your future career path. The next big factor is the cost. Different universities might charge you different tuition fees for the same program. The range in tuition fees varies a lot. Believe me when I say this. A private university might charge you 30, 40, 50 or 60% higher tuition fees than a public university for the same program. Even within the different private universities or within the different public universities, the range of fees varies a lot. To make it worse, in addition to the tuition fees, there are living costs that varies according to the geographical location. Health insurance, yes, that is mandatory in US, and sometimes the fee that you have to pay for the prerequisite courses that is not a part of the main curriculum. Although the living cost can be covered by on-campus part-time jobs, but make sure you factor all that in at this stage. So my recommendation to you is if you have an admission offer that satisfies the first 2 conditions or first 2 factors, the next one you should be considering is the cost factor very carefully. If you have some sort of scholarship or a financial grant from the university, then this factor, cost factor, is not very relevant. For example, in my case, when I received the admission offers, I received 3 admission offers with full financial support. Cost was not at all in my mind. But that's oftentimes not the case for all the students, especially for not the master students. So read your admission offer letter very carefully. And believe me, graduating debt-free is an awesome feeling and set you for financial independence 3, 4, 5 years earlier versus if you have 40, 60, 70,000 debt on your shoulders. In addition, having a huge loan on your shoulders sometimes also limits your freedom, your options. For example, if you want to move to your home country after your program, or you want to move to some other country for a job which is very much your dream job but does not pay you very well, in that case you will be under a huge burden, huge stress, and you will definitely be very hesitant to accept that offer, to make that move. The next factor is a secondary factor, and that's the school ranking. This is something people talk about a lot. Does the school ranking matter? Yes, it does. It does when you have to choose a school vitamin that is ranked 10 versus a school that is ranked 100. In that case, it matters a lot. But that's oftentimes a very rare choice student ever had to make. And on the other hand, if you have to make a choice between a university that is ranked between 3 versus 5, or let's say 60 versus 65, then the ranking hardly matters, because the rank 3 or 5 are very similar, same as 60 and 65 ranks. In addition, also keep in mind that ranking of any school might be different at different ranking websites. That adds an extra layer of confusion. So just don't believe on any ranking website blindly. Check the different websites. If the ranking of two universities are very close or very similar to each other, consider these two universities as equal ranked. And believe me on this, based on students' profile, they generally get the admission offer from the similar ranked universities 90% of the time. The next secondary factor is a helping hand. Like if you know someone or a friend or a family member who is already studying in the university, that could be a helping hand. That will make your life very easy, fun-filled, and very enjoyable. Nowadays, almost all the universities have very strong Indian community presence. They have their own Facebook pages, their own social media presence. A strong community from your own country can also be a helping hand. You can search these online communities, associations on Facebook or other social media platforms, and they are very helpful. They can help you to get settled there, to get your social security. They can pick you from the airport, they can take you for the groceries every week, and so on. They can be really, really very helpful. And in the beginning, these things really matter. These things are really helpful for a newcomer in a foreign land. So if you have a choice, why not pick a university where you can find a helping hand? The next factor is a supplementary factor, and that's a location. When you have an admission offer that you very much like, the other things hardly matter. That's why I kept the location as a supplementary factor. Nowadays, you apply jobs through the job portals like LinkedIn, Indeed, jobs.com, and Glassdoor. And thus, you are hardly limited by any geographical location. You can sit down on your computer and apply jobs from anywhere. Hence, it's your skill set and your hard work that's going to get you a job. So the location is not important anymore. However, there is some advantage of location in finding local jobs. There are many job hubs in US where particular kind of jobs are concentrated in one geographical area more than anywhere else in US. Like Florida for tourism and hospitality, Texas for oil and refinery and semiconductors, New York City for finance, New Jersey for pharma, Michigan for automobile industry, and so on. Joining such programs sometimes helps students establish local connections with those companies through job fairs, internships, collaborative work, research projects, and other local events that can help intern students get a job there. So that is something you can consider also to some extent, but this is not very, very important. I'll make a separate video on all different job hubs. If you are interested, please let me know in the comment section. Before I move any further, I would really appreciate if you subscribe my channel. That really keeps me motivated and help me win the YouTube algorithm. Thank you. The next supplementary factor is weather. If you are a person who cannot tolerate the cold weather, then you probably shouldn't. The weather in US is extreme. Most of the Indians or South Asians feel themselves more comfortable more or less in the tropical weather. They don't like the snow. I have seen many students go into depression just because of the weather and the snow and the difficulties with it and leave the program or try to take a transfer from that university to a more milder weather university. So if you have a choice, pick accordingly. But if you don't have a choice, you don't have a choice. In that case, the best you can do is finish your course, and you can always move to some other location for your job. The next supplementary factor is size of the university. The bigger university means bigger campus, more students enrolled, more online jobs, more TA positions. Simple. A community college might not offer you as many on-campus opportunities as, let's say, Arizona State University would. And also the bigger schools means more active and bigger Indian community or community from your own country, more diversity, more opportunities to learn, and more fun. In addition, bigger universities in general offer more courses choices as an optional course than any smaller universities. Also, the visa acceptance rate of bigger, high ranked, large universities, famous universities are much higher than any small community colleges. All these factors are based on my personal opinion, my personal experiences, and the feedback that I have collected from students, incoming students over the last 12 years. Of course, you can tweak these factors a little bit to better suit yourself. Let me know if you have any question and subscribe my channel. I'll make more such videos on the next steps. Take care. Bye.